I'm Jerry Arcuri. This is my wife, Kathy Arcuri. We live in Columbia County, about a mile and a quarter from the Williams Transco compressor station. I think it's 517 number.
My name is Ed Smith, and I live probably within a mile and a half of the Williams Transco station.
The main entrance from the station is approximately a half a mile, but the compression station is less than 2,000 feet.
I have quite a few concerns, really. Environmental concerns, economic concerns, pollution concerns,
health and safety
concerns.
I oftentimes hear where they're evacuating or releasing the pressure on this system, and it's loud. I mean, being a mile and a half away and I'm hearing this really loud sound, it just further convinces me that this could be a real problem sometime, and I don't want to blow up.
Well, when they start them, it starts vibrating the ground, and my horses sense it. You could, not so much I sense it, but you could feel the ground, because my horses they'll start running around, and you could hear it from, it's like a screaming. It starts from a low RPMs until they go until high speed. When they have a lot of gas in the line, they have to release it every once in a while. So I told one of the Williams guys, and I told him about it, and said, oh, we're going to fix it. I bought a muffler system that we're going to alter this. Now, since maybe 2 months ago, it's every night from about 7 to 9. It sounds like a jet going over your house. And it'll come on like suddenly, and it'll go just like a jet is breaking the sound, and it'll shut off within maybe 2 minutes. And this will go on 4 or 5 times every night. And he put this muffler in, and it's still going on. Like, you couldn't stand it. It would come down and blow all the leaves, and them horses would take off. And then you know, and when those the turbines start, it would vibrate. And a lot of times, the light bulbs. Like, I can't keep a light bulb in the house.
It happens when it happens, and it can happen at any time. It can happen at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it goes on and on and on for long periods of time. Where I mean, this would be in the summer months that this occurred, this past summer. And I would have to get up and close my windows because it was so loud. And I'm a mile and a half away. So, no, there was never any warning or advance notice that this would happen. Never any advance notice. And oftentimes I could hear the sound of vehicles backing up. Maybe that's a warning. It was a warning sound, like the sound of a dump truck backing up, beep, beep, beep. But it was incessant, and it just went on all night long. I can't imagine what people that live a lot closer to me felt when that was going on, because I could hear that through my closed window.
Periodically, we hear loud blasts, which sound to me, and I don't know what it is, but I imagine that it's gas escaping, whether it's on purpose or not, and I have no idea what that gas is. I'm assuming there's methane, which is my big concern, but I don't know what it is. It goes on could be 30 seconds to a minute sometimes. Sometimes in association with that blast, there's a loud horn that goes off, and I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's an alarm saying that something has gone wrong with that or what. But it's a fear factor that we're,
and sometimes
it's in our environment.
The releases go on longer than that. I don't sleep as well as my husband, so I hear them at night. I hear them a couple times a week, and I would say sometimes 15 minutes. And it sounds like a slow, steady release of pressure. That's sort of how I interpret it. We probably should go up and find out more about it. We have tried to ask around the community if anyone understands what that is, and we've not gotten any clear answers. We asked a man who used to work up there, who's not really comfortable talking about it. I don't think there's a full-time employee up there. I'm not sure. So we don't exactly know how to get the answers that we would like about what is in fact going on. But given this new pipeline that's going in, and they're significantly enlarging the compressor station up there, we are very concerned about these gas releases, what they might mean, how much more frequent they might be.
There's a proposed pipeline going in right about 300 feet from our home. And this pipeline that's going in, it's associated with the compressor station that's already in existence. It's going to be 48 inches in diameter, which is a very big pipeline, more than twice as big as the pipe that exploded just 2 years ago from us.
My son and I had a granddaughter. They're always afraid to come up that because of the gas line when it blew up. You know, you should have seen when that gas line busted. Like, I thought it was the end of the world. Like, you couldn't believe. When I was here, I got in my truck and went up to the compression station, and nobody was there. The ground vibrated. It was shaking. That's how bad it was.
This Atlantic Sunrise proposed pipeline is going to be right on the boundary of my property, although not on my property. And I'm frightened from the safety issue of this because it's within 1,200 feet. My house is within 1,200 feet of this proposed gas line, which puts me in what they call the non-survival zone. And that frightens me. And I raise animals, so it puts them at risk too. And I guess secondly, and maybe it's not a legitimate issue, but I really resent the intrusion in what is a pristine area, and it's going to be ripped up.
If that pipeline explodes, we're gone within seconds. And we live in fear of that happening. Obviously, it's even though it's not on our property, it's going within 300 feet of we have an organic garden. It's right there. We have livestock that we raise. Everything would be destroyed.
And I bought this, and I just said, this is a little getaway, and I can't wait to get away, because nobody wants to come. Everybody's, like my kids, they have a little baby, they say, I don't know if the place is going to blow up. You know, you should have seen when that gas line busted. Like, I thought it was the end of the world. Like, you couldn't believe, just buy me out and I'll get out. That's the only cure, you know. Like I said, I don't want to. I love it. You know, it's a beautiful place. There's animals installed, everything, but it's just this fear. And I don't care what they could say is what I went through it, and everybody thought it was safe. You know, you're like sitting on a keg of dynamite.
I don't think there's a lot of consideration given on their part to the noise they're making.
And Williams have been transparent with us in terms of what they're doing up there.